So you're interested in learning about energy healing, and you've probably stumbled upon this video because you're interested in learning what is behind pranic healing, especially what is taught in the level 1 basic pranic healing course. And in this video, I'll tell you all about that in a comprehensive guide in helping you understand, learn, and hopefully take pranic healing to help you heal and help others heal. Hi, everyone. My name is Dr. Jason Yuan. I'm the host of the Pranic Healing Podcast. And pranic healing is an energy healing system that was modernized by the founder, Grandmaster Choa Kok Sui. Now, it's called modern pranic healing because there have been different forms of energy healing in the past. Well, most of us know what Reiki is, and pranic healing is I would say, more of a comprehensive approach using a more systematized and evidence-based format. Now, we're all using all the same energy, what we call life force, chi, ki, prana, which is all talked about in this course. Now, something really important to understand about pranic healing is that all these energy healing modalities in science, we call it biofield therapies. Okay. Bio means life. Field is this invisible field of energy that surrounds us. And therapies is basically how we can use this to help us heal physically, emotionally, mentally, etc. Okay. So in the level 1 basic pranic healing course, you learn the foundational principles to understand why this works. Okay. And science is starting to prove that yes, there is this invisible field of energy that is dictated by our consciousness. And yes, you can use it to heal. And in this course, you're going to learn about the sort of two key laws, the sort of two key universal laws that describes why pranic healing works and why, any energy healing modality works. And the fundamental reason is that we are programmed to heal, okay? Just like when you get a paper cut, right? You don't need to tell the body to heal. The body will automatically heal because it has genes that are programmed to trigger when you get a cut or any other type of damage in the body. And the same thing applies to our energy and our energy body, which is the next section in this course. So you'll learn the complete energetic anatomy. Okay. So just like we have a physical body with physical anatomy in terms of our bones, muscles, tissues, organs, there's something called an energetic anatomy. In pranic healing, we use 11 major chakras to heal, okay? And there is a 12th chakra for more of a spiritual purpose, but for healing purposes, there are 11 major chakras, which is a different approach compared to the conventional 7 chakra system that we probably all come to see and learn and use. Which again, there is not to say that one is better than the other. Again, what I mentioned in the beginning of this video is that pranic healing is a more of a comprehensive approach. Okay, we cover more different areas and we have an explanation for it. So you'll learn in this course the 11 major chakras, which are very important because, as we understand in the energy body, every chakra, okay, which basically means an energetic wheel or an energetic organ, has a physical and psychological function. Okay, so this is very important because when you are going to heal someone or heal yourself, if you have a certain psychological symptom, if you have a certain physical symptom, it is best to work on that chakra that is correlated to that symptom, right? So it makes sense there. And when you learn this approach, it gets pretty amazing because you can start to understand, see, and apply these teachings in a technique in a real life manner. And again, with all of these teachings, it's always best to learn and try and come to your own conclusion, which is something that we recommend in pranic healing, right? Because it is a more of a science-based approach. We don't tell you it works because it works. We invite you to practice and use these teachings, take the class, and try it for yourself and see if it works. And, for a lot of people that do take the class, you get to experience what that is like in real life with the participants, the students, and the instructors, okay? So going back to the energetic anatomy, we talked about the chakras. Okay, chakras are basically these large energy centers that are located in different spots in the body. Okay, they have a physical and a psychological function, and also something we talk about is the aura. Okay, so the aura is more of a probably a stronger correlation to what we call the biofield in science. Okay, so the aura is basically this, energetic eggshell around us. You've probably seen in pictures and depictions. And the aura is very much a what I like to call like a summary, general summary of your energy body's health. Okay. And in pranic healing, you get to learn the differences between the different types of aura. There's different layers and they have different meanings. Okay. So again, the balance of the energy, the quality of the energy of your chakras, of your aura is a direct reflection to your physical and mental health. Okay. If you have good, clean energy, that should reflect internally inside your body. Okay. And in science, we call this the biofield because, again, the biofield is a reflection of the underlying physiology, biology of your physical body. Okay. So then we come to the concept of how disease arises. As Master Choa Kok Sui said, that physical disease doesn't come first. Actually, before any physical disease materializes in the body, it first shows up in the energy body. So you learn about the different disease states of the energy body. And very simply, that's energetic deficiency or energetic congestion. And basically, in this class, you learn techniques to address these two disease states, right? And deficiency is like your phone has a battery and it's low on battery, so it doesn't have enough energy to function. Versus energetic congestion is basically there's something blocking the normal flow of energy in your body that is causing some problems. And in modalities such as acupuncture, which also, works on this energy, we say that we want this flow, this free flow of energy, just like how your blood is constantly flowing in your body. We want this to move in harmony, right? With good amounts, but in harmony throughout the body. And when things get stuck, when things get congested, that's when disease starts to appear. Okay. So, based on that, you're going to learn two core fundamental techniques to address these two disease states. Okay. So, they are cleansing and energizing. So, if you can do basic math algorithm, right? If you're low in energy, right? If a certain chakra, a certain energy center is low in energy, you want to do the energizing technique. If a certain chakra is congested, right, blocked up, you want to remove the congested energy, right? So it's a very simple process. And as you can start to imagine in your head, you can sort of work on each of these energy centers that way. Okay. And that's where we balance out the energy. We balance out the energy body. We balance out every chakra. And that's what restores health. Okay. And part of this practice, right, is something called the next technique is called scanning, right? How do we know a certain chakra is energetically depleted? How do we know if it's energetically blocked, congested? So, scanning is a fundamental technique that is taught in pranic healing. And scanning is basically you use your hands, you learn to use your hands like it's like a metal detector, right? When you're searching for metal on the ground, basically you're going to learn to do this with your hands, but for this energy. Okay. And you learn different techniques to sensitize your hands so that you become familiar, you become aware of what this energy feels like in the class when you're working with other students. And it's not excluded to the human body. What's great about scanning is that you can use it on literally anything. I mean, especially things that have life, like plants, animals. Of course, they have more energy, so you can feel it. But also, you can check for your food, right? You can check for different objects and the quality of the energy. So, what I'm trying to say here is that this scanning technique is very fundamental because it starts to give us an objective tool, a way to figure out for every person, hey, this person A has a energy depletion in their heart chakra, meaning it's weak. If 9 out of 10 people say that, then hey, that's probably the case. Also in the case of, let's say someone scanned person B, their solar plexus chakra, which is the solar plexus is where we house our lower emotions, stress, anxiety, doubt, fear. Most time it's congested. And if 9 out of 10 people scan and like, hey, your solar plexus is kind of congested, it's kind of heavy, the energy is backed up, there we go. We have an objective tool that people can use, right? Not using any technology, but just using your body, your awareness, and the teachings and the techniques to figure this out. Okay, so and when you apply this, right, this is where we go into the protocols and what makes pranic healing very special. Okay, protocols are for healing. And just like in medicine, right? If someone comes in with rheumatoid arthritis, right? There's a certain step or procedure, some for treatments that you would give to this patient if they had rheumatoid arthritis. So, same thing in pranic healing. If someone came to me with rheumatoid arthritis, I wouldn't make up, right? Let me work on this energy center. Let me do this second. Let me do this third. You wouldn't make things up. You would follow a step by step guide, or what we like to call like a step by step recipe, right? When you're baking or cooking anything to get the final product at the end. So, and this really makes healing simple because you don't have to do the legwork yourself. You can just follow the instructions, right? And same thing like cooking, right? If you can follow the recipe step by step, you will eventually get what the recipe entails, okay? If you have the right ingredients and you follow the directions. So same thing in pranic healing. So someone comes in with rheumatoid arthritis. In pranic healing, we have a protocol. You do this first, you do this second, you do this third. Okay. And what's really amazing is because, like how I told you in scanning, right? Usually, certain people that come in with certain physical conditions, they will have a certain energy profile, which I mean is certain chakras will be depleted, certain chakras will be congested. Okay. And then you want to balance it. But with these protocols, basically, it gives you an idea like, hey, because we've tested like hundreds of people with rheumatoid arthritis, we found that their roots or their basic chakra is always congested. So we have to cleanse it, right? Using the cleansing technique. We found that I'm just making this up here, their heart chakra might be a little bit depleted, right? Because of, XYZ. So there's a step by step instruction basically on what to do, and you do this protocol for a certain duration, for a certain amount of time, for a certain number of treatments. And, based on testimonials, patient case studies, it seems to work, right? And that's the beauty and the magic of pranic healing is when you have these protocols, it takes the guesswork out and you can start to just simply do the healing. And again, anyone can do this, which goes back to the next point that I have is besides the fact that it's so simple, easy to learn, is that it's really open for everyone. And what I mean by that is that everyone is a healer. Some of us might be more gifted, naturally talented, might have a more organic interest in healing, right, compared to other people. But the beauty in pranic healing and what Master Choa has taught is that everyone has the ability to heal. Just like everyone has the ability to ride a bike or swim, right? Everyone can do energy healing. Okay. And especially, right, we understand that, this is a practice. So you have to practice to get good at it. And not all of us will get it right away. And this really comes into things like scanning or doing the healing techniques, right? Cleansing and energizing. Because in the class, we'll teach you how to do it, but you have to practice on your own outside to really get the hang of it. And even for myself and, for other people that have been in chronic healing or any energy healing modality for long, we understand that it's constantly a work in progress, right? We're always constantly trying to improve how we heal, especially trying to improve how we scan energy too. Because scanning can be, sometimes subjective because, our thoughts and our emotions and our biases might come in. But that's why you have people verify, right, in the classes, like, hey, I feel this too. And this comes up. So, and this really kind of gives us hope and goes into the potential of how we heal in healthcare, which is what I'm really excited about and why I talk about the science of it all is because pranic healing is really a system that is meant to be distributed to the mainstream because it is evidence based. Okay, it has these protocols that have worked for different conditions before, It has very simple, easy techniques that everyone can practice, that they can learn, that they can apply, right? Might not be perfect right away. And third, it's based on universal principles that are evident across everything. Okay. And it's a very simple, easy approach to applying energy healing. Okay. So that's sort of the core fundamental pieces to level one basic pranic healing. So these core principles and techniques you will use and carry over throughout the next levels and courses of pranic healing. You don't reinvent the wheel, okay? The wheel is still the same, you just kind of get better at using it, okay? So those are the core, I would say, the healing techniques and concepts. And the other concepts that you learn in pranic healing is what's called a meditation on twin hearts and sort of some pranic breathing exercises. So we understand that meditation is very powerful. There's a lot of research behind it. And in Meditation Twin Hearts, which is the staple foundational meditation that we practice, it is really a key part of being a good healer. Okay. You don't have to do meditation on twin hearts to heal. People just do it even outside of pranic healing, not doing it. But meditation on twin hearts is powerful because it activates your heart chakra and your crown chakra, which is very important for any healer, any energy healer, none, especially a pranic healer, because we understand that in this energy healing, we are just the conduits. As you've heard many times in other modalities, you are just the channel for this healing to come down, to flow through you, and to pass to the patient or the client. So, just like, we talked about, clean energy translates to good physical health. The healer, especially the healer, right, should have a level of purity to their energy, a level of purity to, their character development, their conduct, because that allows more of this energy to flow through them to be passed on to be used for healing purposes. So meditation on twin hearts is like I spoke about, it is a cleansing meditation and it is also an energizing meditation because it does clean out some of the impurities within our chakras and our aura, but also energizes us, right? So we can do more, heal more people, right? Do more activities, do more service, things like that. So it's a very powerful yet simple meditation that you learn in the course. It is something that is introduced very early, and again, something that you will learn to practice and do every day in the future. And it has quite a powerful effect on your body. So, in the last piece is basically you learn about different breathing techniques, right? Which is called pranayama in different cultures, where you learn to cultivate the breath as a way to energize your body as well. And of course, as a healer, we talked about you need energy to give energies. It starts with you as the foundation, and self care is very important. And sort of the last piece I really forgot to mention, which is one of the biggest pieces in pranic healing, is energetic hygiene. So, just like how we have physical hygiene, right? We need to take a shower, we need to wash our hands when we come into contact with something that is physically dirty. We need to do the same thing for our energy body, for our aura, and for our chakras. Okay. Even though for the common people, they cannot see this dirty energy that is on our body. Okay, even though they can't see it or they can't feel it yet, doesn't mean that it's not there. So energy hygiene is very important. And we talk about this in pranic healing because as a healer, as someone that is taking the course and that aspires to use these techniques to help others or to help yourself, you want to be very mindful of this because we understand that consciousness creates energy, and energy is what produces matter. So this energy, okay, there's a certain quality to it. And when you learn to scan in pranic healing, in level one basic pranic healing, you can feel the quality of energy, whether it's heavy or it's light. So when you learn and become more aware of this, you notice that a lot of people are carrying dirty energy, and that can be passed on to you. Okay, especially when you're doing healings. Okay, so in the course, you'll learn about energy hygiene techniques, different ways we can basically dispose of these dirty, congested energies, like just kind of like like throwing them out, like throwing it into the trash. And you learn also about cords and disconnecting yourself from the person that you're healing, or maybe there's a person or a relationship that's not working too well and they're connecting to you and they're causing, some issues for yourself. So you learn to disconnect cords. And quartz is a concept that is taught a little bit more in advanced in psychotherapy, but basically, energetic quartz is something that someone connects to you, to your energy centers, and it causes some issues. Okay, so energy hygiene is basically where we take care of that, and we make sure you have a clean, healthy aura, chakra, energy body so you can do your work properly. And this is, again, a very comprehensive way of understanding this that was developed by Master Choa Kok Sui. And, again, all this energy, all this life force, chi, prana, mana, it's all the same term. Different modalities will use it in a different way. I am a strong proponent of pranic healing because it has helped me. And I see the value and the benefits of understanding these concepts, understanding these principles, and applying it in a very simple and effective way. And like I said, it's really built for the mainstream so that everyone can learn to heal. Okay. And it's a very simple course. Usually it's 2 days, and you really get a lot of benefit out of it if you practice it. Practice it every day. So I think that covers all of it. So, yeah. So thank you for listening to this episode of the Pranic Healing Podcast, where we go over basically the course highlights to level 1 basic pranic healing. You'll learn to do energy healing yourself. You can help others learn as well. It's really a great system. I highly recommend it. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave it down below. That's all for today. I'm Namaste, everyone. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Pranic Healing Podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode, I would highly recommend if you can leave a rating, as well as supporting the podcast, as your support helps the podcast run and helps me make more episodes, helps me bring more guests online so we can talk about these teachings and how we can really help, humanity heal and grow in the right direction, and really show the power of our human potential, right? To heal our physical body, to heal our emotions, to heal our thoughts without anything external. And we know that everything that we need comes from within us. And chronic healing is another tool that we can learn and practice for that. Okay. All right. Take care, everyone.